We got two big election dates coming up on the calendar this year. In about a month, there's the May primary, which is these inter-party races to qualify for the other election, which is the November general election. All 105 seats in the legislature in Idaho are up for grabs this time around. And no matter who wins, you can always bet the talking points of 2020 will be likely brought up after the election. Questions about the results, the security, the integrity. So elections offices, well, they kind of anticipate this, so much so that they're taking steps to install confidence or restore it, as it were. In Ada County, a first-of-its-kind system is set to launch, which will include transparency on every ballot cast. Here's Joe Barris.
In Ada County, Idaho, a team of election experts are hard at work to combat any doubts of election integrity. Like math teachers always say, you got to show your work.
This level of transparency and the access to this data is not happening anywhere else that I'm aware of.
Ada County Clerk Trent Triple and the county elections team is set to launch a first-of-its-kind election data and transparency site. The Ballot Verifier tool will host a record of every ballot, every box filled in for every Ada County race moving forward. Easy-to-access data and scans of ballots for a legitimate, full record of election results.
It really is just for, obviously, transparency purposes. I mean, we want everyone to be able to trust in the election process. And this just provides some ultimate transparency into the ballots cast and how they were read.
Saul Seiler is the elections director for Ada County. He walked me through the new tool, which will launch this week with complete data going back to 2022.
About 18 months now to build this out behind the scenes. There was a lot of work that needed to be done just for us to really understand the capability of our voting tabulation system. And understanding how to extract all the images and CVRs in a way. And then obviously it took Adam and his team to develop the software on the back end to be able to create the upload capabilities, the searching capabilities, all that sort of stuff.
Saul just mentioned working with Adam and his team on this.
Ada County, Idaho is the first to launch the CIVERA's Ballot Verifier.
This is Adam Friedman, CEO of CIVERA, a company that looks to use technology to build a better democracy. Friedman remembers the struggles of trying to get election data in Massachusetts, which really led to this new tool. Ultimate transparency down to legitimately every pen mark on a ballot.
This ushers in a new era of American democracy, frankly, where the technology is there. The technology makes all of this possible. There's really no more excuse for jurisdictions around the country to provide that window into these live operations and into the deepest levels of our election process so that everyone feels like together, we're all seeing the honest results.
A motivator for the creation, extreme reactions across the spectrum to the 2020 presidential election.
And the only way to cut through these kinds of extreme points of view is to just show people the goods, show them the facts, put that out there, and then we can all, come to our own conclusion. And also having this so open makes the whole process much more auditable, makes government more accountable.
People come to us all the time with questions about elections integrity. And they go, hey, we've heard or seen some things that are happening other places. And we go, well, you don't have to worry here. It's all there. Whether or not they go look at it, that's up to them. But the fact that we're putting it out there shows to the public that there's no reason to distrust what we're doing.
To be crystal clear, the use of the tool doesn't change the elections process or how the election works. Ada County is not moving towards digital elections.
No, the paper ballot is still the official record. These are just images of the paper ballot. These aren't even the official results. The official results come out on election night. Those systems only talk to each other after the fact, right? So this is just a window into what we're doing and all the data that we have.
So previously, to get all that type of information that this program will have, you have to do a complicated public records request, which took time to file, and in the clerk's office, they had to go through and they had to send it all back. This, by the way, will be very simple. You'll have images like ballot images or CVRs, which are cast vote records that you can, at home, compare to yourself. And the process before it took several days, lots of fees. This one will be free, and anyone with a computer can get onto this. And the results themselves will be uploaded a few weeks after the election. Brian, the cost of this is about $40,000, which is actually quite a deal. One thing, though, I wanted to mention, you can go through this. It's sortable. There's charts. There's data. It can generate all kinds of things. It's unbelievably interactive. I know the ballots themselves may not be interesting, but as this website rolls out, we'll play through it with our viewers to show them what it's capable of.
I can't imagine anything more transparent than that.
Yeah, it's every ballot.
Thanks, Joe.